What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another full self-driving beta video. We are on another update 12.5.1.3. Huge acceleration from FSD out of that stop there on the dirt roads. And kind of, I don't know, an interesting video here. So I don't know what order I'm posting these in. I might have another video before this, but this is really my first drive on this version. Now, I don't expect that this is really going to change anything. I think it was mostly just bringing the summer updates to FSD people because like we didn't have YouTube Music and Amazon Music and whatever else, the weather thing in the top there. Oh, where did it go? It's gone. That's weird. But the weather, how you could like click it. Why did it go away? That's weird. All right, I'm looking. The weather where you can click it and it'll show you the AQI and all that. So I think that's really mainly what this update is about. There is still no FSD on Cybertruck. There is still no FSD on Hardware 3. So, sorry, people. I don't know. Elon said, yeah, we're working on it. He keeps updating. He does keep saying, like, it's coming. I get it's frustrating. I've had older Teslas before that weren't getting updates. It's super frustrating. But there's not much we can do about it. But wait, they are working on it. It will come eventually. So the main reason I'm doing this drive right now is I've been getting, this kind of starts to pop up every once in a while. I'm getting a lot of questions like, oh, do you ever use it at night? Can it work at night? Blah, blah, blah. And yes, it can. Now, summers in Michigan, it doesn't get dark until really late. So we're like mid-August. It's 9:21 p.m. and the sun is still not fully set. I don't know how well you can see the sky up there, but there's still some light from the sun. And so it just gets dark so late in the summers that I just don't drive around in the summers. I don't do a whole lot of night driving. But then in the winters, it gets dark at like 4 p.m. So you'll get a lot more dark drives from me as we get closer more into winter and fall and stuff. So first left turn here, really nice. It seemed a little more cautious than it would normally during the day. That turn, it's been ripping out of there lately. But yeah, so I'm doing this night drive because it's been highly requested. Now, I also normally don't like night drives for the video purposes. There's not a lot of light, so it's hard to see. I understand the interest in wanting to see if the car can perform, and in my experience, this doesn't usually have much of a problem, but making a video for you is difficult because you can't see a whole lot. Like I have the roof cam on right now. It's up on the car, but I don't know if it's even going to be included in the video because I don't know if it'll have any detail. I don't know how well it can see in the dark. And then my main cam that, where my hand is, hello, that you normally can't see the steering wheel, but I turned on my cabin light here. Isn't that illegal or something? I don't know. But I have my cabin light on so you can at least hopefully see the wheel turning and moving itself about. So we are going to just do a couple A to B's here. It's not like super stress testing, but I am going to go through some hard stuff. So we should have like some kind of U-turn or something. I'm going to get yelled at again by this thing. Oh, it does get a left turn there. I'll get a U-turn in here for sure. And it's going to be high-speed roads where it's going to have to turn onto them. Like that first turn actually onto this road is difficult. But anyway, yeah, we're going to try to test it out here and go at night because I'm getting a lot of questions about it. Now, I want to preempt because I know the comments are like, oh my gosh, there's no cars. Like, yeah, it's nighttime. So you can't, it's hard to have it all. Because people ask for like, oh, I want a downtown drive. And they're like, oh, but it was super slow. And, I'm having problems on rural roads. And it's like, well, I go downtown because there's lots of people. So I try to get all these different scenarios for you as much as I can. I just have a hard time getting everything all in one video, but I'll do my best. Maybe I can make it into the city one night and do a city, but I don't think there would be a lot of cars. So anyway, we're going too slow here, so this is still a problem in this version. Oh my goodness. I'll click report. Going 48 in a 55 is it's just craziness. I mean, it's just craziness. Now, some people don't agree with that, but I don't know. I don't like it. So I'll leave it. I'll see what the car does. There's my weather. It's back in the top right. See the little moon up there in the top right of the screen? I don't know why it went away. But anyway, let's let the car drive and see how it does at night. So I'm already going to intervene here. We're going 44 in a 55. So more than 10 miles per hour below the speed limit. I have somebody behind me. So I'm just going to get the accelerator up to 55 here, just to the speed limit. Because it's unacceptable. It's not safe to be going that slow. And other people on the road are not going to expect you to be going that slow. Let me know if you disagree with that down in the comments, but I just find 11 under the speed limit is totally unacceptable. Even at night, it's not that dark. You can see way far ahead. And I will also mention I have the auto brights on, so you can see how those perform. They seem to work pretty well. We'll see. So they're on, and then, geez, I couldn't even tell you that car was there before it turned them off. So they do work really well. It just continues to slow. It's crazy how it just keeps losing speed. And then as we approach this first right turn, I gotta tell you about the sponsor of this portion of the video, the Vitamin Flash Speed 1500. This portable battery is freaking awesome. I love keeping it in my Cybertruck because my Cybertruck can charge it as I'm driving, and then I can carry it around and move it with me as I need it in different areas. So moving into this right turn, nice, really nice slowing. Turn signal is on. We'll make our complete stop at the line. And this is a turn that FSD has not been able to do until version 12. And even version like 12.3 was at it, but 12.5 has been very good. So this is the last car, and oh my gosh, look at it. It's going to do it. Wow. Like, it seems like just a right turn, but the car would always get stuck at that right turn. It was just ridiculous. It would get stuck at that right turn all the time and just sit there forever. And then like someone would start to approach and then it would try to pull out in front of them. It was a mess. And it would also take the turns too wide and go into the other lane. Ugh, it used to be really awful. So very happy to see it performing that nicely now. Again, it's just a right turn, but just the history of that specific right turn has been really bad. So it's nice that it works now. And this Vitamin battery, it's just awesome. So I've been using it for a while. They sent it out to me quite a while ago. I did a sponsored video for them. I can't remember, a long time ago. And ever since then, I've been using it for different activities. So the most recent thing is I got the Starlink Mini, and I was bringing this thing with me, the Vitamin Flash Speed with me, to plug in the Starlink Mini on the go. And I could have internet anywhere I was, because you still need power, right? The Starlink has internet everywhere, but it doesn't have power built in. That's kind of the last piece you need. And the Vitamin was able to provide that. It can power the Starlink for like 2 days. I think it's actually over 2 days, really, of realistic use. And with the solar panels that you can get with this battery, you could have kind of unlimited power if you have enough solar, of course. Put the solar panels out, charge the battery up. It's just been an awesome product to use that I've really been enjoying. So make sure you check out the link below. I got a little discount there for you. You can check it out. It's a really, really nice battery. It's reliable, easy to store, easy to use. So it's been really nice. So thank you to Vitamin for sponsoring this portion of the drive. All right, so really nice driving all around here. We're getting into the slightly busier section, and we got 0.1 miles until we need to make this left turn. And this is something that 12.5 has been doing. I'm telling you, I'm like 99% sure they put an artificial limit on lane changes because it was doing so much, lane changing with whatever AI crap was going on. It was thinking it needed to do all this all over the place. And it just feels artificial. I have no proof. I have no, code to tell you about or whatever, but it really feels like artificial. And so these lane changes to make your maneuvers are just waiting until like the absolute last second. So it did it correctly though. It was able to do it, but I agree with what Stephanie said in one of the previous videos. It really needs to do that earlier. So we have a red light here for this left turn. And in Michigan, so we don't have U-turns. You can see that sign. Hopefully you can see that sign in front of us that says no U-turns. In Michigan, you're not allowed to do U-turns. We have Michigan lefts, and it's basically a U-turn. If you are going to do a Michigan left, you actually can go when the light is red. And I don't think FSD will do that, but here where you're going straight through, you can't go through the red. So it did nicely go through that red light. It waited, or it went through the green light. It waited till the red light was done. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, that all felt really good. And it looks like, I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like we're going to get to our first destination with just that one intervention of pressing the accelerator pedal, which is, I can hear some arguments for like it definitely was not needed, but I do not believe it's appropriate to go 11 under in any speed zone. That's just crazy. So really slow through the parking lot here. I can't complain about that. I'm just pointing it out. Parking lots, you expect pedestrians to be around, so I'm fine with slower speeds. Speeding up just a little bit here, and then slowing back down. So, oh, really nice for that. Wow, so it like slowed down for that huge bump in the road. Oh my gosh, that was almost like pothole, like you could kind of, it wasn't technically a speed bump, it's just this parking lot's a piece of crap. And it slowed down for that huge drop, which I'm going to tell you, I didn't even see that. I did not see that drop at all. The car did, so really nice. We keep seeing different examples of that happening. So let's see, is it going to see, it just says yield on the ground there. But yeah, it's going to stop for that yield or slow down. Oh no, we're here. All right, we're here. This is pretty much it. Let's see if it has any cool behavior here. Wow, those are parallel parking handicap spots. That's not a bad idea. Oh, wiggle, 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 wiggle. What the heck is going on with that? Doing a little dance. We're celebrating. We made it. Everybody celebrate. Okay. What? Oh, man, it wants to reverse. Look at it. It wants to reverse. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. It wants to reverse so bad. What is this wiggle? Let the reverse out, FSD team. There we go. It put us in a parking spot, like crappily. But hey, that's pretty cool. All right. Let me put a new destination in. All right, here's our next destination. I just put in Tim Hortons. It's across the street. That sounds easy, but it's going to be really freaking hard. So let me just start here. I haven't moved. I haven't touched anything. And I'll see if it'll take off from this parking spot. It should. But we're going to have to turn right onto this high-speed road. And we don't have very long. We got to move all the way to the other side of the road and then do a Michigan left to get through there over to the Culvers. And when you do the Michigan left, you then have to move all the way to the other side of that road to make your right turn, like immediately. So we'll see if the car can handle it. It looks like it doesn't want to go. I've heard about this from like Omar, and I don't know if Chuck Cook has talked about it or not. I don't know if anyone else, but I've heard Omar complaining about how it won't start. So it looks like we're seeing that here. I'll just give it a tab. I just don't want to sit here all night. I want to go home. But I don't know. I'm not going to count that as an intervention. It's like, I don't know. You can add it to the chart if you want, but that's kind of silly. Like, this is the start of the drive. You know, we're starting. If I have to take over because it messes up, then we will. But we'll keep our auto high beams on. It's obviously not using them. And it's got to navigate out of this parking lot, which it looks like it has a plan. Oops, let me put that over. If you look at the map, it has a plan to get out of this parking lot, which it's executing well so far. And I'm telling you, this turnaround is going to be tough. It's going to be hard to move across fast, 60-mile-per-hour traffic. It's like 4 or 5 lanes it's got to move across. We'll see if it can handle it. So we stop, and we go. Very nice. You know, again, that's the thing I love about the 12.5 series. Again, it's an empty parking lot, but older versions would stop at a stop sign like that and then just sit there. And okay, this is not a good use of high beams. There you go, turn them off. And it would just sit at that empty area where there's nobody around. And you're like, dude, this is so stupid. Just go. 12.5 does not do that. All right, so it looks like we're going to have a little clearing here. Wow, man, the takeoff is so good. Now you got to move all the way over. It does have a little bit of time, and it's doing it. So get over again. Wow. Wow, wow. Very nice. And you know we're going to make it go back across the street. We're going to go across those lanes again. Awesome. So it did that great. There weren't a whole lot of cars. I mean, if you want, let me know. I can do this when it's like busier around here. That actually would probably be a pretty good like repetitive challenge with like a lot of traffic here and trying to do these turnarounds because it can be pretty nasty. And what I would do if it's too busy is there's turnarounds the whole way down the road. I would just skip this one and do the next one. So here, legally, I could go through this red light. And is it going to do it? Wow. Let's see. It is going through. That is 100% legal maneuver. That's really cool. I don't know if it knows it's legal, but it did it, and there's nothing wrong with what it did. So awesome to see that. And it made it all the way across all the lanes to make this right turn. Wow, wow, wow. And it felt good doing all of it. Man, I just get 12.5 on everyone's cars. It's crazy that people are without 12.5. It's so good. Pay attention. All right, I'm paying attention. Oh, no. Oh, the do not enter thing. All right, there's disengagement for you. So obviously you cannot go. That's the drive-through. So it's going to go the wrong way in the drive-through. As I'm like, get 12.5 on everyone's cars because I want them to go the wrong way and do not enter. All right, I have no idea. I put in some random spot. I'm trying to go back across the street. That is across the street, right? Yeah, that's on the other side of the road. But look at the nav. It like doesn't know that it needs to first drive on the side we're on. I don't know. And then we're not going. I don't care. I'm not messing with that. There, I pushed the accelerator to get it going. That wasn't happening to me until this. I was having it actually take off on my starts, which I loved. So stopping for this pedestrian in the darkness, very good. Very good. And then the haters are, oh, there's actually streetlights. It's not that dark. Well, okay, that's the situation we got. That's fine. So we need to move out onto this road. Yeah, like I don't know what this nav is. No, you can't turn left here. That would be like, oh my God. No. Oh, wow. No. You can't do that. You were going to turn left and go the wrong way on a one-way road, and that is like the worst mistake I've ever seen in my life. All right. So that was really bad. So there's disengagement for you, and a really bad one at that. And so that was something weird with like nav data. It just didn't have the setup, basically, to start going the correct way on the road. And it was going to listen to the nav and do the wrong thing. So, man, I wish that like this road was closed and I could let it go. But obviously that you can't do that. It seemed like it was going to do it. You never know at the last second if it's going to correct itself. But holy moly, that was really bad. So this is moving into this U-turn. This is a super tight U-turn that you have to do. I mean, it's a Michigan left technically, but it is in the correct lane. So the right lane here, you would have to go straight, meaning you turn left. I know it's kind of weird, but it means like you have to go to the left. Like you have to, when you get to the left, you go straight. In this lane, you have to turn around, basically. So this will basically be as tight as a U-turn, and we'll see how it does it. I don't know. I think it should be fine. But the Michigan left was fine, but they're a little fatter than a U-turn, so they're a little easier. And again, you saw that guy go through the red. We can go through the red. And yeah, pretty good. I mean, I don't know how it could see that well. And it cut across all the lanes, which it didn't need to do. It actually needs to be in this middle lane here, but that's what it did. Now there is traffic coming from behind us. So you're going to move over here. Yeah, so it kind of saw at the last second there that this lane was ending. And that's fine. I mean, that felt really good. And then it looks like we will make it to our destination here. And then I'll have it go across one more time just to kind of play with that. But wow, that was wild. Holy moly. And this, oh, we got this guy going off the yellow line here. So this is appropriate. Actually, I've never been here. I just picked a random spot, so I'm not sure exactly. See, like this, I mean, there you go. Oh, this looks wrong with the map data, but maybe there's another way to get there. Sometimes this version will like do something different than the nav. Yeah, no, that was wrong. It took the wrong road. That's interesting. I mean, I could see doing that same thing. Yeah, no outlet. Well, let's see what it does. Let's see if it can get out of here with no outlet. But sometimes the nav will take a different route from, or sorry, the car will take a different route from the nav, and it ends up being like slightly better, or it doesn't really matter. But in this case, obviously, it was just plain wrong. It shouldn't have gone this way. But it'll be interesting. It can't go in reverse yet. It can kind of use a cul-de-sac to turn around. I've seen that, so we'll see if that's its plan here. Yeah, it's just going to be a dead end, so I don't want to go in this guy's driveway. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was going to get stuck. It can't go in reverse yet, so that's it. All right, so from here, I just put Taco Bell in there, which again, we'll have to do a Michigan left and go across the street. So let's see if we can do it. So we're still on this thin street here. And that's no problem. You know, we didn't have a stop sign or anything, so no hesitation there at all. With really nice left turn. So like no outlet sign, that's something that, you know, if you have decent, even like rudimentary map data, you don't even need a no outlet sign because you have the map data. But humans, you know, and you need to be able to read that sign. So this is interesting. We're coming up to the stop sign. It says 15 mile per hour speed limit. I didn't see that sign back there. I'm guessing it saw that sign somewhere. But obviously this road is no longer 15 miles per hour, so it's going to need to do a hard acceleration out of here. So we stop at the sign, and then we get a lot of cross traffic coming. And again, this is on this road. This is where FSD really used to kind of suck because it just, in my opinion, just couldn't see far enough, you know, and especially at night, it just couldn't. But this feels really good. So we have two and then one more car, which it seems to be waiting for. Nope, it's going, and they're going pretty slow. That was great. I mean, that was awesome. Oh, and it cuts across so that it's not in front of them anyway, but they didn't even come close to catching up to us. That was beautiful, and it got the speed limit right and everything. I mean, that could not have been any better. Holy crap. I'm telling you, this road used to be such a mess, and it's in older videos if you go look. I had it in a lot of videos, but the problem with this area is, as you can see, there's not a whole lot around here. And people don't usually want to see the same road, but we'll definitely be trying that mess up back there where it was going to go the wrong way. So again, Michigan left, you do have to stop at the stop sign, obviously, and there's nobody there, so we hit 0, and we go. I mean, that's awesome. A car headlights just started to appear, but they're obviously far enough away. I do love how it's cutting across the lanes like that. I think it may technically be illegal, but I think it's the right thing to do. Like, you, on these faster roads, you got to get in position. You don't want to get in anyone's way. When you have the opportunity, you got to take it. So it pretty much nailed, you know, that part there. I don't think we're going to have any issues with this. The rest of this, because it's pretty much just going straight, but we will see. Oh, actually, are we going under the bridge? Oh, I can't do that. No, we're not. I'm actually going to take over here for a second. We need to go under this bridge. So, give me 1 second here. I'm putting that in. There you go. So, you've watched the channel a long time. When Tesla first released, I called it set last, stopping at traffic lights and stop signs. This is well before FSD beta. I made a video here, and the first video I made, I went under this bridge, and there's like lights all over the friggin' place. So we'll see if it makes this mistake that it made like years ago. See this red light to the right there? That's for someone else's left turn lane. Yeah, we fly through there. When that update first came out, all it could do was stop at red lights and some other stuff, doesn't matter. It would try to stop for that left turn red light, which obviously is not our red light. And it was like that for a while, and I was complaining about it for a really long time. As you can see, it's finally fixed, but it's something that used to be messed up. So we don't really need to do all this. This is easy. So, well, I'll let it turn in here, and then we'll do one more. So really nice there. You stay, that lane ends, but if you're going to turn into here, it's good to stay in that lane. And yeah, so that's cool. I don't need to go all the way to target. All right, so I got one more kind of, semi-difficult move here. It's got to turn right, and then, so we have this little thing in the middle, which it is doing good. And then it has to immediately get in this left turn lane up here. And you just don't have much room. So it's got to move over immediately. Yeah, that's fine. It's not that hard. So sometimes this is backed up, though, with traffic during the day. But you want a nighttime video, so here you go. I'll try to maybe do that during the day sometime. But overall, I'm going to head home and do it. Here's the stats, 13 miles. We had that big disengagement. That's a safety one for sure. It was definitely seemed like it was going to go the wrong way on that road. But anyway, I'm going to edit this up, and I hope you enjoy it. And you will see me in the next video.